Oh yes, that beef soup is packed with natural flavors, of course, and I'm going to be serving it with some yam fufu. Let me take you on the journey of achieving that soft, beautiful and pliable yam fufu. You know what I mean? It's not any other food, this is Ndudu. Now, if you've not clicked the subscribe button yet, I hope you do so, and the notification button, which means that each time I do upload a video, you're notified of that pronto. No wahala, as I always say. Hi guys, my name is Fafa Gilbert, and welcome to my creative African cooking channel, Ndudu by Fafa. So I'll tell you a little bit about yam. Now, yam is a tuberous root vegetable, which is synonymous but not exclusive to Africa. And there are over 600 varieties, of which 95% of them are cultivated in Africa. Now, in parts of America and Canada, sweet potatoes are often referred to as yam. However, that's not the case, as the similarity ends with both being a tuberous root vegetable and cooked the same way. However, they do differ in taste and texture. Now, yams are starchier, they have a tougher skin and not as sweet as sweet potatoes. Now, the skin can be peeled by using a knife, but you have to take all necessary precautions when peeling the skin off, as the juice of the raw yam could irritate your skin. So it's best to use a chopping board. Now, yam can be used just the way one would potatoes. So in this instance, I made this beautiful yam souffle, which is a recipe that's available on my blog in ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. You've got the yam pancake. I've done the beautiful yam crab cake as well. Your yam bowls. You know, you can fry your yam, you can grill it, you can roast it. We also use it for the famous impotompoto, which is the yam potage or yam porridge, which is quite synonymous in Ghana and Nigeria as well. So I am sure by now you would know how I do like my fufu, which is I just blend it and then just cook it like I would banku. Pushing the boundaries makes you creative, and it makes you create different ways or methods of cooking things. So I remember when I made the fresh fufu in a pot, you know, it was just incredible, and a lot of people have emulated that process since. I've used that same process in making the green banana fufu, which also was a treat and a very healthy and interesting recipe, so you should try it. We've also got the plantain fufu as well. So this is the process that I'm following. That's the easiest way. Now, with yam fufu and also pounded yam, because most Nigerians also do love their pounded yam, and I don't blame them, because seriously, I remember the first time I had yam fufu, it was in Togo, and it was with their soup, which was this goat meat light soup, and I've sort of emulated that here today. It was the best thing ever, you know. However, it was just like when you got home, it's like when you're making the yam fufu, gosh, it does take ages, the pounded and pounded, to get that soft and pliable texture of it. And it does require a bit more water than usual to then end up with a pliable texture that, you know, the one that I had in Togo, which was like just silky and smooth and just So today I'm going to try and achieve that yet again. Yeah, let's start. So now that I've peeled my yam, I'm just going to wash it and then blend it. So what I'm going to do there, that's just more than enough. Okay. So for the measurements, I'll be leaving the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog in ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. However, if you use 300 grams of yam, you will need just about 250 milliliters of water and blend to have that beautiful silky consistency that you can see here. Now, what you then do is rinse your blender. Don't throw the water away, because you're going to be using that same water to steam the yam through. Absolutely. So here I've ended up with that beautiful silky consistency that I'm talking about, and I've transferred my blended yam mixture into my saucepan. So as you can see, I've just rinsed my blender and just added that residue of water and the parts in there because there's no wastage in this kitchen. And I'm going to mix everything till it's well combined. Now the consistency that you're looking for is that double cream consistency. Yes, so it's not too thick and it's not too watery. It's best to do it as a thicker paste and add your water gradually, then add in more water, because if you do add more water you end up with a milky yam fufu. That one I can't help you. That one there you're on your own. But as I said, I'll leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog in ndudu.fafa.blogspot.com so you can check it out. Now, the next thing about the yam fufu is you have to consistently stir this, okay? Because if you don't, you're going to end up with a lumpy fufu. Now, that is not edible, and no, you can't pass that out. You can't pass that off as yam fufu. No, then that one did. Because remember, we're looking for that silky smooth consistency. Yes. So this is what I keep doing. Once the bottom will keep catching, so all you just do is consistently stir, as you can see here. You know, it doesn't really take much of an effort. It's just the patience that you should have. And it's Christmas, so, you know, what better way? Now, the other thing about yam fufu as well is immediately it's ready, you have to consume it, because once you leave it there, it becomes tougher. So it's something that has to be prepared just when you're about to eat it, because that's when it's at its best. Absolutely. So you can see this is forming just beautifully, and I keep stirring to the point that if I can't stir anymore, then now I know that I need to move the mixture to the edge of the saucepan, which means that I'm actually crushing any potential lumps through. So I've stirred this constantly, and you know, you need to activate your core a bit and make sure your edges are, you know, quite clean. And you just follow this process as you can see here till you have that beautiful silky creamy consistency that we're looking for. Now look at that. I know, right? Now, I have tried the yam recipe where I've boiled the yam and used my food processor in blending it, and it was just too messy of an affair. So I prefer this method. It's easier. It's just like when you have your guest, you just do this bish bash bosh and that's done. Now, this whole process takes about 20 minutes because it also will include you steaming the mixture as well. Yes, because bearing in mind, this is a raw yam that you're cooking through. So you can see this is forming. Now, it also depends on how you want the texture that you do require for your yam fufu. So if you want something that is thick, then it means I use less water. And of course, if you want it softer, then you add a bit more water. Now, I'm just going to be steaming this beauty because I have got the consistency that I do require. And so I'm just going to mix it and stir, just as you can see here, to move the bottom part, which would obviously feel like it's cooked more than the top part. So I just mix it up and then allow this beautiful mixture to steam. Yet again, just lower the heat to its, reduce your heat, to its lowest setting so you can regulate that temperature. And it's just going to be beautiful. Now, the kind of soup to serve with this, you've got to be creative, absolutely. Now, when it comes to soup, you are spoiled for choice. You've got this beautiful ebunu soup, which is the spinach soup. You've got the rare soup as well, which is natty and beautiful. Then a good old goat meat light soup. Now, these recipes are all available on my YouTube channel. So definitely, you can be creative like that. So I've been steaming this gently for about 10 minutes. And now it's ready for me to, do my turns. Let's turn it over as you do. No, I don't think I should sing at all. It shouldn't be even part of it. You see. So when you're turning it, look at that. You can see that it's just boiled perfectly and that is cooked and that texture. Look, just move it just gently. So that silky consistency and smooth consistency that I'm talking about. Exactly. So you can imagine this and your preferred soup. Exactly. Still on the medium to low heat, mix this for about 4 to 5 minutes and you end up with this beauty. Now it's ready for me to portion up. And yes, you have to eat this shabu shabu shabu. Now that you've achieved that beautiful, soft, and silky consistency, I'm just using my ladle. I've dipped it in water, done a portion, using a calabash here, making sure there's enough water in the calabash so that it doesn't stick to it, and I can roll it into that beautiful ball. Now repeat the process till you've used up all your mixture. And at this point, your soup should be ready. Because as I said, if you leave this for it to cool completely down, then it becomes tougher. Then you have to, rewarm it again. And it's not as great as when you've just had it freshly made like that and you just eat it straight away. Now, best thing is once you serve it into these little portions, you can also cover it with a cling film, and that would retain that heat. That means that, you should eat it ASAP. And as you can see, I'm just doing justice to this. Look, this is no wahala. Now, this process works because, of course, when you're in the diaspora, you don't have access to the pestle and mortar. So, of course, if you're back home, then, of course, just use the pestle and mortar and, pound it to your heart's desire and get that beautiful, pliable consistency and sit down and enjoy it, This is the thing. It's like this channel, it's about, alternative ways to still enjoying home-cooked meals. Absolutely.
Yes, me any do I. Me va me do no. Va class in va me do no. Me, if you haven't subscribed yet, I don't know what you're waiting for, because this is the dish. Christmas never got better. Of course, with that Ndudu twist.
Even if I say so. Now, I'll leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog in ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com. I'm also on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter as Ndudu by Fafa, so do pass by and say hi. Now, until next time, take care of you, be nice, be beautiful, and guess what? I love you just the way you are. Until next time, toodles.